That's what you said. Um, you say one thing, but you come across another way. But anyway, you say you love black people. So why isn't it your natural instinct to want to find out why black people are in this situation, unless you have come to the conclusion that black people are just inherently from birth just not able to uplift themselves and create their own communities and live like every other community. Unless that's your default position, don't you think you should look into potentially why those people in the ghetto are living in that way? Because I can give you a head start. Look at the Ronald Reagan era. Look at the crack epidemic. Look at the freeway Ricky Ross and the CIA, who flooded black communities with crack cocaine. Look at successful black areas, wealthy black areas that have been destroyed by Caucasians and so forth. So my question is this: let me break it down. Why haven't you come to the natural conclusion of wanting to look into why these people like Mystic and her ghetto ratchet ass is living in the ghetto? Why haven't you, instead of sort of demonizing Mystic and say, oh, you're ghetto and that's it, I live in my gated community and I'm doing really well and you guys are over there. It's kind of like you've got this kind of, the way you're talking and the spirit in which you're talking is like a them. You're over there, you're poor, you're beneath me, and I'm over here in my nice, rich, white Delaware neighborhood, and I want to be proud. No, I know you didn't say that, but this is how you're coming across. So let me break it down for you. Why haven't you looked into why black people are in that situation?
Right. I don't know. I didn't know I had to be educated on that to call her ghetto. And the only reason why I called her ghetto, it's not like I just said it randomly. It's that she made a comment about me living in Delaware. So I'm saying, okay, well, if you're gonna comment about me living in a nice area, well, I'm gonna, come back at that and say something. I am interested in learning about history and stuff. But like,
Afro, how old are you?
and wait, I'm 19. But like, anyway,
okay. Okay.
but like. Yeah, that stuff that happened in history, I want to learn about that. But let's just talk about like right now, like her living in like the Bronx, wherever she lives, somewhere like around there. Like you can get up out of there.
All right.
Like my mom.
Wait, one second, Afro. Wait, hold on, Mister. Wait, Afro, 1 second. First of all, right, you've just done what white people do. You stereotyped Mystic. First of all, she don't live in no ghetto. She lives in a pretty nice area, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so she doesn't live in the ghetto. She don't come from the ghetto or anything like that. So you just stereotyped her.
Yeah, because the way she speaks and the way she acts and
right,
herself, I'm thinking that she's from like a poor area. I feel like people who it's not. If someone has a certain way of going about themselves and acts trashy and stuff like that, then I'm gonna assume that they're from a lower income area.
I'm gonna school her real quick. All right. You, because the way I talk, you've already assumed something about me. All right. It doesn't make you better, and it doesn't make you cute, and it don't make you smart. Okay. I come from a nice neighborhood. Granted, I came from a little apartment complex, but I've lived in gated white communities before. Baby, let me tell you, your shit, just because you live in it, don't stink. Them little white gated communities are even more ghetto, actually.
Okay,
men are fucked up. Those little meth heads that use fucking composite to cover their teeth, they're fucked up too. Karen, your best friend, she's also fucked up because she's on crack cocaine and she has a habit and her little ass dog doesn't save her from it. Okay. Now I've been in all types of communities, mixed, Spanish, everything. Okay. So your little like, oh, it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, case cookie cutter ideal that you want to place on anybody with an accent like mine, it don't fucking work. Because what happened is you try to label me as ghetto and stupid, even though I took biomedical sciences, passed with the AP class for biology and chemistry and natural sciences. So, and by the way, Delaware, since you're so proud of it,
I'm not proud of it. I'm proud that I don't live in the ghetto.
But what makes Delaware not ghetto? That's like the
where
dumping
I live,
ground.
where
People
I live
test
is
shit on
definitely
you.
not ghetto.
I know that they do because they do the same in Montana. They do the same in rural areas because it's easy to test something on y'all than it is to test a bunch of population. The only reason you said that Delaware is better than New York is because you said I live in a nice neighborhood and HBCUs. We have HBCUs, nice areas that have Black people in it. You're welcome. And have way more opportunities for Black people than Delaware and the whole state could ever have. And
yeah,
I like how you
the
the
Black
one
people
side of
here
Delaware
act on those
where a whole bunch
opportunities,
of Black
though.
people are. You don't think you think that area's ghetto because first of all, you don't go there, you don't live there, you don't even try to look up shit that is conducive to you, but you want to be a Trump supporter. My whole point is you don't know shit.
I wouldn't say I'm a Trump supporter. I would say
you just supported Trump. You're not gonna call
him.
You
Yeah,
say
him
you
over
would
Bernie
vote
for
for him,
sure.
no.
Yeah, for real. You just said it in front of everybody too.
Yeah, over Bernie. Yeah.
What yo, she exposed my brain sometimes because it's like
Mystic, don't get mad at her. She's
it's
just
kind of
19.
frustrating
She's
because it's
supposed
not even coming
no,
from a
she's
place like
supposed
it's
to
all
behave
fun and games,
supposed to
but it's
behave
kind of
that
sad and
way.
embarrassing. Like as another
Oh,
Black person to see another Black person like that, it's kind of like
supposed to be
You
that
think
way.
it's a
kind of
race?
like
It's not a
having
race. It's not a race thing. It's not a race thing.
I'm from upstate New York. AP biology. I took that, passed it, flying colors, A+. Did biomedical sciences, passed that. Now I'm a medical front desk person. Yeah.
What's right? It's, Afro.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you're young. You don't know much. We would advise you to do some research before you start in things like that because you come across as if you hate your people.
I don't, for sure.
I never said that you do.
I know. I'm
I
just
said
saying.
you come across as if you do. You just admitted that you have not done any research. So you should go back and do research.
Yeah, and I should, but I didn't say anything. Like I never spoke out of my ass, though. I just said she lives in the ghetto because of how she
Of course
carries
you did. Of
herself,
course you
though.
did. Of
Every
course
word
Just
you
like
did.
if I
is coming
see,
out your
just
ass.
like if I see, because the way she talks and the way she carries herself, it seems like
Yeah,
she's
but
You don't
from
know
the
how
Bay
to fucking
Area. Okay, well, from what I've seen, because even when someone's nice to you and just having a peaceful
No,
conversation, you have to act all
nice at all.
crazy.
Afro,
Okay.
Sounded dumb as hell, and I
Afro, when
called
I
you.
first heard you, I
No,
thought you was a
you
white
called
woman.
people out
Somebody
of their
called you
name
and
for
come
no
by me and be
reason.
nice.
Okay.
I first heard
You,
you, I thought
you're
you was a
very,
white
you're
woman.
very loud.
Did biomedical sciences, passed that. Now I'm yeah.
What's right? It's, Afro.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you're young. You don't know much. We would advise you to do some research before you start in things like that because you come across.
Yeah.
So you just need to take advice and stop trying.
Yeah, and I am gonna take your advice. I'm just saying,
You
like,
don't
if
sound. You're
someone's
not. So you
acting
don't
a
sound
certain
like you
type
do.
of way, then I'm
Oh
gonna
no
call
no
them
no
out for
no
what
no
they
no.
are.
So
Like,
that
you like
I'm
you
gonna
guys have
say
you guys
something.
have some behavior. I can't call someone ghetto just because they're Black. Like, if you're
No, I'm
acting
gonna say
ghetto, why
something
can't
for
I
your
call
sake.
you ghetto? Like, I don't
I'm gonna
get
say
it.
something for your sake.
Like, just because
God
someone's
forbid.
Black,
God forbid.
doesn't mean just
I said
because
God
someone's Black
forbid.
doesn't mean I have to like and respect them.
Exactly. Talking.
No,
I'm not
because I was already
even
talking
this way.
first, so. Mm.
Listen,
For
I'm saying
the
for
from.
your sake, God
Oh
forbid
boy.
you have kids, Let's say you dress them in some shit and somebody profile your kid just because, oh, the way they talk and the way they look. God forbid something happen. That's all
the
I got.
kids definitely won't be acting like that. So
all right, doesn't matter. They don't have to act.
Won't really have to worry about that.
They could just be
I know
themselves.
how to raise my kids properly, so they don't turn out like that.
For there's something that you need to learn. Make the kids, you don't make their mind. Yeah.
What?
And
no.
I'm really not.
Why are you making that generalization just because I
because
the way
you
I
made
talk
a
to her?
just now.
Oh my.
So you come across, girl. Seriously. Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Because they taught you to speak soft and
But I
be
don't understand.
polite.
Anytime I say something about her or directly to her, it's like, oh, you feel about this way about all Black people. It's like, where do you even get that from? Like,
because your tone of voice, not even your tone of voice.
Sound like she dragged up.
But she doesn't know. I just gave her a whole background just to show her how dumb she sounded, right? Yep.
That's you.
Yo.
Mystic, don't take it wrong.
No, I'm not taking it personally, but it's sad. It's just very sad.
Yeah, it's you know, it's
got people
she's
like
19. Come on, she's 19. Come on.
But come on now. But come on, like at 19, I wasn't like that. That's like some insider.
But you haven't grown up in the same environment that she did. So you have the difference.
But like, come on now. Like, there's no way as a Black person you're not gonna see certain shit. You're not gonna have.
But
it's like a purpose. It's like a shutdown.
But it sounds like she hasn't exposed to many things.
It
sounds like she hasn't been exposed to many things.
You know what? Afro. Were you adopted by a white parent?
Both of my parents are Black.
Both your parents are Black.
Damn. Yo, sit down. I gotta go sit down. She said it's just a question.
And I'm being condescending. I mean, you guys have a verification system, so obviously you know the answer. So, okay, but okay, well, I got verified, so we know that my skin is Black. I'm pretty sure Kane verified me. Oh,
what if she's trans Black? What if she's one of them people?
Even if someone is trans, does that mean that they're less than you?
You didn't even understand what I said?
Oh, I thought she meant like trans and Black. Yeah, because I care about equality for all, not just Black.
I'm talking about the people that say.
Do you care about quality for LGBTQ more than quality for Black people?
No, because someone can't change that they're Black. Like, they're born that way. Everyone knows that they're Black, but someone can hide being gay. Like, so I care about Black issues more.
Nobody's born gay. Born gay.
I know, but they can it's not as like noticeable unless you say that you're gay. No, being gay is not a choice. But I'm just saying it's not. But okay, so for you being straight is a choice then. So it's a choice for you to be straight then.
If she hit you with a Kanye, get her.
Born with an oh boy. Hey. Okay.
Someone can't really control. No, of one person, but
Of all.
she is.
It's not. You just mistaken her for passion. It's passionate. The way she speaks, very passionate person.
I think that people that grow up in very never mind. People that just grow up a certain way act like that. No. No, people that grow up in not the best areas, I feel like are very, very, especially females, because we're not meant to be very loud, obnoxious, and masculine. So, especially
Whoa.
females usually grow up.
Where you
Well, hold on,
go?
hold
Come
on.
to
Let me
let me
finish.
ask you
Africa.
Let
a
me
question.
finish. Please let me
Come to
finish.
Africa,
The
baby.
Definitely,
ones,
let
the
her finish.
females that grow up, hold on, the females that grow up in like probably bad environments have to kind of get that type of
Nah.
personality to defend themselves all the time in that area. So I feel like that's why.
So
But I don't see you like ever just like acting the way she does. Like for example, when we first started talking, we were having a debate about like LGBT or whatever. Like she calls me out of my name constantly, like over talks me, yells at me for no reason. Like obviously I'm gonna stereotype and say bad things about her if you act like this. Like I don't see.
should I start off like this?
No, you don't have to talk like
Should
this,
I
but I'm
try
just
to be
saying
meek and
you
just
don't
not
you don't
say
like I
anything
never had a
direct?
debate. Whenever I have a debate
Yeah,
with someone,
but after
I
you don't
don't
have to
call them.
answer either. You don't have to answer
No,
either.
because you're just not used to somebody being direct.
Okay. hmm that's a compliment. Now, if someone's like, "Oh yeah, you live in a nice neighborhood and you say all these good characteristics," I'm gonna say thank you. Thanks for saying that. Okay. hmm
Peer police.
Sheriff Clark.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, do I respond to those assumptions, or I mean, no,
For
like
it.
my preference. Okay. Yeah. I mean, some of them. Okay. hmm 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 hmm
So let me say this. Afro,
hmm
you're very proud of living in a nice area in Delaware, right?
hmm
Okay, okay. So what if you didn't live in Delaware? What if you, due to circumstances outside of your parents' control that were bestowed on her, the very same entities that were doing social engineering to manufacture the so-called ghettos, the same people that are doing social engineering in the Caribbean and pushing this LGBTQ stuff that we was talking about yesterday. But that's a topic for another day. Now, what if you grew up in the ghetto? Would you still have this same mindset? Do you think that you live in the ghetto and I speak softly and I speak like this and I'm
it's not about speaking softly, and if I lived in the ghetto, well, I wouldn't carry myself in that way. Like, I wouldn't be very obnoxious, loud, and stuff. I would try to get up out of there. Just like I have family members, like my family grew up poor, and my mom like went into the military, she went to the Navy, and she got up out of there. She got a degree, she got free college, and now we live in a nice area, and she's a nurse. Like, I would try to get up out of there, and I would try to get a lot of education as much as I could, and I would grind and do whatever I could to go to college and do something with my life. It's not about how you speak, or like, I'm not saying you have to speak softly, or if you don't, you're ghetto. It's just about how you carry yourself, and if you want to get up out of there.
But like
put
the
up
context
measuring
what you
stick?
just said,
Who
you
put
said
up
obviously
measuring
it was like
stick
5 minutes ago.
It's
But
crazy, man.
But since your parents come from a poor place and shit, does that make them ghetto?
No, because they don't act ghetto. Just because you're
Oh, they
from
don't
the
act
ghetto
ghetto.
doesn't mean you act
Oh,
ghetto.
so talking loud and talk it like that's ghetto.
No, just the way you do it though. Like,
oh,
The
so
way I do it, how do I do it?
because she uses a very witty and slick vernacular, and she's able to come at you, and you want your method of articulation is controlled, measured, very monotone, very monotone. She's coming with a bit of flavor, a bit of swag, a bit of elocution, a bit of elevation.
Oh, I like
That
the
makes
eloquence.
her ghetto.
No, yeah, I mean, just certain things she says, does, just seems very ghetto to me. That's just my opinion.
How
It's
come
not
you
it's
say
not because
certain
she's
things?
black or anything.
No,
It's just the way she acts.
how come when you say certain things you can never be direct?
Like
You
what?
can never pull up an example or nothing. Why is that?
Like, can you give me an example?
Get a little ghetto and be direct.
Direct about what? I have said how I felt.
No. You said
I don't really know. I've said what I needed to say. Like,
no. You
having this
Just
said
based on your own
conversation.
feelings,
Like,
generality.
man.
I just feel like you guys try to make me seem like I'm against the black community, and for you to say, oh, all my friends are white. Well, no, some of them are, because I am from.
No, we're not even talking about that.
Okay, well, okay. Well, it just seems like, just because I say, I am voting for Trump, or I'm glad I live in a good area and stuff, and I have these opportunities, does not mean like I'm against the black community at all. And if anything, I'm in favor for the black community, because Trump has done some things for the black community. And I sent the wait, hold on, let me finish. And I sent the article that lists what Trump has done for the black communities, and it shows sources, and not one of you guys in this VC have looked at it. So,
But you didn't even look at your own black topics.
Yeah.
but you guys try to make it seem like it's a black thing. It's not because she's black. It's just because of how she acts. Yeah, but not because she's black. Just because the way she go, yeah, like not her, yeah, but not the way she.
Yo,
Okay, well
can I
that
say
wasn't
something?
my intentions.
Can I say something?
Oh, come on now.
Let me say something, because you see how Jade caught you on your points, directly came at you, and even though she was cutting you off, not once do you say, "Oh, you're an EBT, you're ghetto, you're dirty, this and that. Is it because of her accent? Does it make you feel a little bit safer? Yup.
I'm gonna interject. I'm gonna say this. Okay.
You got your hand in your fist?
There's a lot of there's a lot of undertones being thrown at Afro, which I don't really appreciate right now. And I'm gonna say this. You know, Afro didn't like the fact that Mystic was being disrespectful towards her. It's more of a respect thing, and Mystic doesn't show any respect to her. And so when that happened, it brought out the claws, and she just drew her claws at her. And if you got scratched up because if you got scratched up, Mystic, then that's on you. Don't sit on the server. Don't sit on the server and cry about it because you got scratched up. You know,
guys are funny.
I know, for real.
Funny. Guys are funny. Afro. Is Mystic responsible for how you interpret, understand what she said? She says it.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Is Mystic responsible for what she says and how you interpret it? She's responsible for how you interpret what she says?
Like, I don't know what you mean. Like when we're like peacefully talking, she calls me a bitch all the time. So I mean,
I didn't call you a bitch not once this day, but if you need me to,
not today. But when I first talked to you and we were just talking about the LGBT and having a civil conversation.
One time.
No,
one time, and then
okay, no, but we had a conversation, and it was just purely debate. It was no personal thing being brought up. And when you don't like what I say about the Caribbean,
shit, but we'll put that
about the Caribbean and stuff going on there, and I was saying my opinion about it. You're like,
what? All right, well that was my opinion of you.
Okay. Did you say about the Caribbean? What did you say about the Caribbean, Afro?
She said they need to be quick.
Hey, I'm gonna say this because it's like what I said with Mystic before. You don't know people and how people are gonna, just because you use a certain word and it's common to you and that's how you talk to everybody. Certain people don't take that word the way that you take it and the way you throw it around. So when you called her a bitch, the clause was out after that. And you just gotta accept that.
Kane told me that's a no and sit 5 minutes at a timeout. But she's holding on to that one experience. I haven't called her a bitch.
But it's not only that; it's just everything.
What else, baby girl?
I'm interested in what you said about the Caribbean. Repeat that again.
No, I'm just
wait for that Caribbean. She made a point.
No, I mean you just yell at me a lot.
Afro just doesn't like.
I just feel like
doesn't like girls that are louder than her.
That's not true. I mean,
it is.
No,
because like you don't have a problem with the other females on this chat. It's just Mystic. You just don't like the fact that she's in your face and stuff like that. She talks loud and she says words like that. I mean, you find that like, oh no, a woman should never act like that. A woman should be like calm, reserved. Talk with like
what's wrong
charm.
with thinking females should act like that?
So.
You can put it on her.
But
I'm not putting that on her.
That's what you do technically.
That's why you call her. That's why you call her. Because she doesn't act like.
You call her ghetto. The main reason why you call her ghetto.
You have to realize that not everyone's the same. Like. Anyway.
Let's come back to the Caribbean. What did you say about the Caribbean?
No, I just said like I'm for equality for all, and I feel like a lot of people in this voice chat are only for equality when it comes to Black people, and I care a lot about the LGBT as well and their equality. So I said that I think it's fine if America says you have to give the LGBT equal rights.
Can I say exactly
so let me ask you this
because that's not what you said. All right.
Okay,
so
go ahead,
what happened was Afro said some shit like actually it wasn't. It was Jade said something along the lines that there is certain laws that aren't acted upon in the Caribbean that would land gay people in jail for public displays of affection. Yes. And her ideal was well, America should be able to go over there and force their own laws and ideals on the Caribbean. And people were like, you can't do that. And so she got butthurt about it and was like, yes, you can, as long as it, and like making all these points. The whole conversation, I'm going to keep it real. It was dumb as hell, and I wasn't trying to pay attention to all that bullshit. But that's the gist of it.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on, Afro. Let me ask you a question. Can I come into your house here? Change the rule in your house? What I want it to be?
No, but I think, but like.
No. You already answered on but.
Okay.
There's no but. You said no. Why would you want LGBT to put their come in other people's house and change their function?
But
because of you want equality.
Right, but I mean, don't other countries police each other when it comes to this stuff, though?
No.
Only America.
No. America, there is a police. World
only
police.
America. Afro, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that Donald Trump acts ghetto?
I don't know what the word would be for it. He's very. I have to think of a word for it.
No.
Ghetto
looking for a fancy word.
Ghetto fool?
Ghetto fool. Hey, you are acting ghetto fool. Stop it. You are ridiculous.
Is it ghetto fool?
Ghetto fool. Full of ghetto. Get away.
Because if you can have a problem with the way Mystic carries herself, then you should have a problem with the way Donald Trump carries himself.
Exactly.
He says a lot of things that
and
shouldn't be said. Yep. I mean,
he talks
you
over
cannot
people
even think he's a great guy.
I don't think he's a great guy, but okay.
Oh my goodness.
But you would vote for him.
Contradicting yourself.
Yeah, I'm definitely voting for him, no doubt.
Contradicting yourself.
Oh my God.
He's
not
good.
think he's a great guy, but you voting for him?
Pardon?
Girl, oh my goodness.
What'd you say, Mystic?
You want kids?
Contradicting yourself.
Yeah, I want 5.
Oh.
Contradicting yourself. Afro.
I'm not.
It's not good, but you would vote for him. You listening to yourself?
People need to start taking tests before they have kids.
People have their own choices in life. Afro has hers. God bless her.
Your choice, some glasses, and God
bless you, Afro, for having your choice. You can choose to vote for who you want to.
Jay Brown's choice was
I'm not here to demean or demigod you because you want to choose to vote for Donald Trump. As you can see, Donald Trump can dance, people. As you can see,
The only people she wants to see act ghetto is white people.
She's like, no, they're flavorful when they do that. They have rhythm.
Yeah, 2 left.
White devil.
Have 2 lefts. 2 left and 1 right. Oh my goodness. Afro, please, I beg you. A little research. I beg you. Some research and mindset that you have come across in a way as if you looking down on other people. No, that is what you have known because that's what you have been taught. You came to people. Continue talking like that. But it's going to do you something. They're going to think you're insulting them. Obviously. I'm saying that in a good light because 19 and not everybody will approve of the way you're speaking them and about them. There's some people out there who take your stuff, give it in your hand.
Hey Afro, what's your highest level education?
I mean, I'm going to college, so I'm gonna join the military and go to college.
It's a baby.
So.
She's a baby, don't worry.
Afro, are you a Christian?
No.
Okay.
She's a Hebrew hot dog.
Nope.
Are you a Muslim? Are you Muslim?
Yeah, I used to be Muslim.
Used to be
Muslim. I'm still like.
Too ethnic for a cane.
Wait, hold on. How far? When did you stop being a Muslim? Because I recall you a month or so ago saying that you wanted 5 kids, live in Delaware, wanted to join the army, and you were a Muslim at that time. So did you just recently stop being a Muslim? What made you come to that enlightenment?
I don't know. I don't know. I looked
Too many
more into it. I
rules.
don't know. No.
Wait.
No, but
Let's hear
I
this.
did read the book and I know everything about Islam, so
Oh,
I don't
really?
know.
Oh, really?
I mean, I grew up on Islam, so
You grew up on Islam.
okay. I don't know
You know
everything,
Surah
but I know a
Al-Fatiha?
lot about Islam, so
You know Surah Al-Fatiha?
Does Islam allow
yeah, I know a lot
homosexuality?
about Islam.
No,
so...
Trey, don't sing it for her. Do you know Surah Al-Fatiha?
You don't.
What do you mean? I don't know. Like,
Oh,
are you
you know
asking me to name
everything
the
about Islam,
verses?
though.
Like,
She'd be like, this Mahdi rice and Raham sandwich. That's how she does it.
Afro, what made you come to the
I don't
enlightenment
know.
that
I
you
just
decided to?
don't believe like that. But like, I do think like it's good to have Islam around. But I just don't believe.
So what made
Well,
you
what do
come
you
to the
believe in?
enlightenment? What made
She
you come
believes
to the enlightenment to not believe in Islam anymore? Because that's a recent thing for you.
Yeah, I don't know. Just like I don't
Still
know.
trying to find herself.
Yeah, I don't have like one answer to that. I just
No,
certain things about
wait.
afterlife and certain punishments to certain things. Like I don't agree
You
with
know,
it.
gays would be like burning in hellfire.
Did it conflict with your LGBTQ?
It's not about the
Oh, definitely.
LGBT. It's not about that.
It's a major factor.
Did you find that it conflicted?
It's not about that. Like,
Oh, so it's not about it conflicting?
Yeah, it's not about that. That's not the reason why I stopped believing.
What is the main reason why you stopped? What's the main reason why?
Just punishments for certain things, like how like men are allowed to. Never mind.
Yo, Trey, don't die.
Be
Don't
their
die,
wives,
Trey.
yeah.
They're just no, because it's like whatever I say, it's just attack after attack after attack.
Nobody's
so
attacking you.
All right. Everybody, chill out. All right, chill out. No. Look, I have to put people on mute.
Hey, there goes that ghetto-ness. I understand. Afro. There it is.
Wait. Let me put everyone on mute. Right, 1 second. Say that again, Afro. That I've muted everybody now. All right. So
okay, say what?
Right. So what made you come to? Why did you leave Islam?
Well, like I just learned like new things, like how if I'm married to a man, like like he's making more money than me, and stuff like, and he's providing and stuff and doing his job as a husband. Like I have to have intercourse with him, when he pleases, or like that's like a sin in a way. So it says the angels will curse you at night if you don't like sexually satisfy your husband.
Where does it say that in Quran?
It does say that.
It does, yeah.
She's definitely been reading, and
it does say that.
So Afro. So once upon a time, I would have imagined that you would have had the same energy, the same convictions for Islam and being a Muslim and etc. And saying this is what this is it. Everybody should bow down, get out of the way. Islam's the way forward, right? But you've come to the Enlightenment. Perhaps you've read the Quran or somebody's told you in passing or something, and you've managed to change your mind. And then you've decided, you know what, this ain't for me no more. And you've left the religion. Okay. So when you talk, the way you talk, and you have so much conviction at such a young age, you've already
Devon, mute your mic.
No, he's muted. You've already proven. You've already contradicted yourself, but and proved that you are not well versed in certain subjects that you have very, very strong convictions on, right? So the way that you talk and the convictions, the way you stand on certain things, the same way that you've changed your mind or changed or come to a realization that Islam ain't for you, as it pertains to Mystic being ghetto and people from the ghetto and LGBTQ and all of that. As I said to you before, if you actually look into the reasons as to why some of these ghettos existed in the first place, do you think that you will come to the enlightenment and a reasoning that, you know what, the way that I've been talking like it's black people's fault that they are the way they are, they're ghetto and all this stuff, it's not actually all their fault. And there's a significant portion of this conclusion that is down to the system, the white man, the government, the intelligence agencies, and society at large.
But like, yeah, like the stuff that happened through history, like I said, I would want to learn about that. And yeah, the people during that time period, it wasn't their fault what happened to their businesses and their neighborhoods or whatever. But at this moment in 2020, as we're speaking, like, you know, a person that lives in the slums, like, if they really tried, you know, they could get out of it. It's not really that difficult. So I feel like for me to say, oh, someone's ghetto or they're fine living in the ghetto, I don't really need to have knowledge about why ghettos exist and all that stuff to say, oh, like you're still there, you're not trying or anything. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Okay, you just said that you don't think you need to have knowledge.
No, I do. It's good to have knowledge, but I'm saying you don't need to have knowledge to call someone ghetto. That's what I'm saying.
You don't have to. Okay.
You don't have to have knowledge about why
that's ghetto
exist to call someone
itself.
ghetto.
Okay, do you know what? You can have that, but check this out, right? So you said that in 2020, there's no reason why people in the ghetto can't pick themselves up by their bootstraps and lift themselves out and live in Delaware, essentially, right?
Not live in Delaware, but at least get up out of there and try to.
Yeah, live in a nice place, a nice gated.
Or a decent place, not gated, but a decent place. Well, let's not exaggerate. Like it's not hard to try to and honestly, like I've been to, you know, ghetto areas and very bad areas, and there's programs you can look online, and they want minorities to sign up for their programs, and they will pay for you to go to trade school, and they will pay for you. And they will try to help you, like Job Corps. I'm sure you know what that is, Mystic, because that's very popular in New York. You can go there and
why would I know that?
No,
because I'm saying it's popular there.
No, it's not popular. You try to make an underhand statement. Just
that was a backhanded shot. That was
absolutely was backhanded. You really want to say you would know that because that's ghetto.
Don't put words in her mouth. No, it is very prevalent in New York for Job Corps.
But it's prevalent in a lot of places though.
Okay, well,
a lot of places. Don't act like I know it's cute now, but don't act like she all innocent over there.
Right.
Don't act. Jay,
Afro,
Brother Brown.
Check this out, Afro. Right? Do you have a job?
Yeah, I work for my parents.
You work for your parents, okay, but you haven't worked for a company outside of your family?
No.
Okay, so you don't have the experience of what it's like to be out there in the job market.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay. So when you say things like black people can pull themselves up by their bootstraps and everything's all good, countless times, because you might have an indicative name, a name that suggests or indicates what your race is. You don't have no experience of that. You don't have no experience of purchasing property and the institutional racism that you're highly likely to face in that respect. You don't have no experience of getting a mortgage, getting a loan, credit cards, and the potential difficulties. So you don't have none of this experience. So how are you able to come out and say the things that you're saying when you don't have the experience and you've never been through that?
I understand that and everything, but I don't personally need to, go through that to say, that there are a lot of programs that really want Black people and Mexicans to sign up and try their best. Like they will get you a trade, and once you're done with your trade, they will help you find a job. There's very good programs out there, and they try to help poor communities out. So I'm saying that maybe we need to spread awareness to these poor communities and try to get them involved with Job Corps and other things. I mean, I don't really think I think people just really need to try.
No,
Okay,
she's right.
Like, I know that
She's right.
racism does
She's right,
exist.
Kane. Because Job Corps, it used to, like when I was coming up, Job Corps used to be something that was prevalent. It used to get pushed quite a bit, but it's not getting pushed
Yeah, it's not
in
getting
urban
pushed
areas
anymore.
like it used to be.
okay. So Job Corps is not something that I'm particularly familiar with, so I can't comment on that. I don't understand um, what I think I have a pretty good idea as to what it is and so forth, but I can't really comment too much on that because I don't know myself. So I personally I'm going to leave that alone. However, um, you said you're suggesting that black people are kind of just sitting around in the ghetto.
Well, not
And
all of them, but there's a lot of people like my mom that made it out of there. So there's a lot of, and I applaud those people. I just think more people need to put more effort into trying to get up out of there. Not live in a nice neighborhood, but just try to get out of very bad areas with a lot of violence. So like I don't think it's about racism is why they're still in the ghetto, because there's many successful black doctors and business owners and stuff.
okay, so
It's
let
just
me,
about it's just about your drive, and it depends. It just depends on your drive and what area you live in. Some areas are like far more racist than others. So, but yeah, that's it. Mm-mm.
you haven't. Did you say
No,
no?
I haven't. No, I
Okay,
haven't.
go on, Jay. Okay, no, because I right. Go study the history of Detroit. But look, okay, so because that's what I was going to lead on to, right? You said that. So let's picture the scenario. Black people in the ghettos do exactly what you say. They get educated,
Mm-hmm.
and they go out there and they go to Jobco, and Jobco hand out all these great jobs that are available, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 90% of the ghetto do this,
Mm-hmm.
right? So now that they've picked themselves up, they're making money and they've got jobs. So now we have 90% of the people from the ghetto are going to do what? They're going to move to nicer areas. These nicer areas are going to have an existing high population of white people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. So what do you think is going to happen when these black people move into these white areas? Because I can tell you what's going to happen.
Okay, can you tell me then?
Yeah, white people are going to notice the influx of black people coming in because this is a class that is moving up the ladder, so to speak, and white people are going to move out, and then that area is going to become predominantly black. This is what white flight is. Yeah, more and more white people are going to move out. They're going to move out to another area, and then that area will become more and more black, and it will become a black middle class. Eventually it will become a black middle class area, if you like, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going to happen. And so when that happens, historically, this isn't speculation, this is facts, you can look it up. Historically, what happens is the government, now there are plenty of middle class black areas and upper middle class black areas in the US and wealthy black areas in the US. But historically, what happens is whenever you have a successful black community in the United States of America, the US government will covertly find a way to destroy that community, to destabilize that community. This isn't conspiracy theory or anything like this. You can look this stuff up. You can actually go, I believe you can actually go to the CIA website and they will tell you sorry, not CIA, the FBI website, and they will tell you some of the things that they used to do to black communities and so forth. right? I'm telling
Wall
you,
Street.
yeah, Black Wall Street. You've got Rosewood as well in Miami. You had in New York. You had the what's it called? It was under Central. They leveled a black community in Central Park, where Central Park is now. I forget the name of it,
How you
but
really?
I know exactly what you're talking
I
about.
mean, just look at Los Angeles. Los Angeles in the early '60s when black people
Yeah.
started to move in. Look at Los Angeles now and what they did to Los Angeles. So, I mean, there's examples all over the place that shows that the government has always interjected in the neighborhoods at some point and corrupted and
So,
collaborated and destroyed those areas which were, thriving black communities. At one time, LA was a very thriving black urban neighborhoods that were there. And drugs got introduced and just ransacked and destroyed those areas. The same thing happened in New York. That's why you see certain areas in New York look the way they do, because at one point they were thriving areas which
Harlem was a thriving.
Yeah.
so like
drugs
this.
got introduced into those neighborhoods by the government to destroy those neighborhoods.
I
So
mean,
the government is culpable in a lot of ways as to why black neighborhoods are looking the way they look right now. They have a lot of responsibility
Was
to
designed.
to help put resources back into those neighborhoods which they created and destroyed.
okay. So, what do you guys propose then? Because I'm saying, people should get, education and stuff and try.
Well, to be honest,
And then, wait, let me just finish, please.
go on, go on.
So, I'm saying, these people should get educated and stuff and try to move out of there. And you guys are like, well, they're just going to destroy, the community anyway. So, what do you guys propose that people just stay in the ghetto?
Okay, I've got an answer for you. Okay, to be honest with you, that's not the question. We can talk about that another time. The question is to quiz your mind, the way that you think and process things, and you stand on certain things, and you talk with fire in your chest. Right? With this, the objective of this conversation is to deduce how the cogs in your brain work. All right, it's not about what's the solutions. That's another. We can have a discussion about that another time. What the whole reason why I said what I said is to hopefully make you aware that when you're stereotyping Mystic and saying that she's ghetto, she's from the ghetto and such and so forth, I'm trying to give you a bit of enlightenment, a bit of knowledge to understand, because you're talking the way you're talking is you're talking from a third person perspective, like you're in another class, so therefore you're not part of the riffraff, you're not part of Mystic and them.
No, that's not my life.
You're separate from them, right? Which is dangerous, and it's not welcome, because we are black people. All right, I'm not American, I'm not a US citizen, but I'm from a different branch of the black family. You understand? We're all related and we're all one people, but I'm from a different branch. We're all from different branches. But with your mentality of, oh, she's ghetto and this, that, and the other, that's toxic and it's dangerous, and it causes and creates division. Do you see where I'm coming from? Do you understand what I'm actually saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but like, when I call her ghetto, it's just purely based off of the way she acts, nothing else.
She's not getting it. She's not getting it.
I know, I do get it, but I'm just saying,
You
it's like I'm
You
not.
don't, or there wouldn't be a fight.
She gets it. She gets it. She just called her that because she felt
Yeah, I just called.
disrespected.
Yeah.
She felt disrespected. That's why she
That's the
called her
only
that.
reason. It's not because she's black or anything
Well,
else.
let me make a point. Real quick.
I do understand what they're saying.
Why there's a but?
Let me make a point, right? When niggas offend me, right? My first instinct is not to go, oh, you're ghetto, right? When you're dealing with a character like me, your first instinct was to be like, you're ghetto. You didn't say no other shit like, oh, bitch, I cut some bacon off your back, or oh, don't call me that. Like, you didn't go any other route but that, and you could have went a whole bunch of routes. So you don't have an excuse.
But it's not because of the color of your skin or anything. Because I'm
it's
black.
because you stereotyped.
not based off of your race, but how you act.
Okay, but you stereotyped.
But after
Your
you could not act the
personality.
Like he
truth.
just all explained to you.
But after
Caught
you
up
could
out
ignore it, you could ignore it either. You could ignore it as well too. Have to respond. It just shows how weak you are and how easy someone can say something that will trigger your feelings. See what I'm saying? Just show it because if she's speaking that way and that's how she is, you are being offended by it. How you choose to be offended by it?
Afro,
Because
let
you
me
have a choice.
Afro, let me say this, right? The one thing I've observed about you is you're culturally out of touch with uh um another portion of the black family, let's say, because you sound like your parents might be upper middle class, maybe even rich or something like that. I don't know. I don't care. I don't need to know, right? The way that Mystic is, right? The way that she came at you, pretty much most people in this VC understand the energy. She's not coming at you with malice. She's not coming at you to intentionally hurt your feelings or hurt your soul or anything like that. This is how it is in certain black communities. You roast, right? You have a bit of jokes. You have a bit of it's forward. Anyone that's not part of the culture, they're not going to get it. They're going to think, oh, that's aggressive. But if Mystics has said some things to me, right? She says, okay, and pretty much everyone, Jade, they
Yeah,
come
she
at
said
me and
something.
say,
Yeah.
Jade comes at me. She says, "Oh, Kane, you're old," or whatever. This, oh, Kane, Mystic says, "I've got two rolls on my neck, and this, that, and the other." I don't take that personally. I don't take that offensively. Even if I am conscious about my body or whatever, and Mystic or someone says something about me, I'm not going to take it personally because I understand that in the UK we say it's banter, or it's roasting. It's just jokes. It's just something that happens in the black community. Now, the fact that you have taken it a certain way and your response is, "Oh, you're ghetto," it just shows that you're out of touch with the culture. You're out of touch with the culture, right? And this is something that you need to observe and realize that because this mystic's not going to be the first. There's going to be another mystic. There's going to be another person, and you need to understand when people come with this energy towards you. You have a white people's approach. Oh, that's ghetto. Oh, you're rather aggressive. Oh, you're talking so loud. Oh, your hair's in an afro. Oh, I feel scared. Oh, a black man's got his fires out. Oh, it's so intimidating. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say that's you. I'm not saying that that's what you do or that's what you've done. I'm painting a picture as to the mindset of white people that have this very same language and this very same tone and conviction. This is what they do, and you have the same type of mindset based on how you've come across, how you carried yourself in the VCs. You have this very same kind of mindset, and it is something that you need to pick up on. Now, I don't know you. I don't know how you grow up. You sound like you've grown up around a lot of white people. Okay, and it is what it is. That happens to us sometimes. Some of our people, they grow up around white people, and they pick up and carry these white characteristics and what have you. But the fact that you felt the need to call Mystic ghetto, and it's like that was a personal thing. That was like you wanted to
So
say
under the
that
belt.
you wanted to say that to kind of hurt her. The equivalent of what you're saying is like a white person calling someone a nigger because they wanna trigger them, upset them, and hurt them internally on
Emotionally.
an introspective level. That's why you said it. It's not because you thought, oh, okay, she called me. She said that I live in Delaware and Delaware is shit.
Hey,
Let me just fire something back.
hey, she got pride in where she lived, So I mean, from this standpoint, I'll say this: everybody, she don't know Mystic, and Mystic don't know her, and everybody take things differently. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ain't used to a certain type of energy, you know what I'm saying? You going you
Come
going
across
you're going to
me.
interpret you're going to interpret it in a different type of manner. That's why, you know, Mystic, you know, hey, it is what it is at this point as far as what she said, ghetto or whatever.
No,
I
I'm
look
not
at him.
hanging up on that. You can call me ghetto. Niggas have said worse.
Man, people have said,
But
well,
like,
I've said worse to Mystic. She ain't bothered
exactly, like
about that.
nobody is mad about it. It's just where it's like it's concerning to people in this chat. Her brain, like her skin say brown, but her brain saying different, right?
Right.
Nobody is saying nothing like outlandish to her. People are genuinely. I don't really give a damn at this point because it's like talking to a wall. But it's like nobody. All that shit that you're saying right now. Of course, we don't know each other. She didn't know me. I don't know her. I don't really care to know her. But like, it's just like, I guess niggas is concerned with her. Like, but my question is like, if you acting like that, why'd you come in the chat? Like, that's the big question everybody was asking.
Well, just because, I mean, I'm allowed to not like certain black people or certain characteristics about black people or the lack of drive and motivation about certain black people. That doesn't mean I dislike the black community. Like, I want to learn about history and things I wasn't taught growing up. So, and I want to interact with people from different countries. I don't see anything wrong with that. Like, I don't know, I don't have to like all black people or like everything about them. Like,
You know
there's
what
nothing
it
wrong with
is?
that.
You know what it is? She
Hmm.
don't got black friends where she at. So she
I
got
do
on
have
the
black
server
friends.
and wanted black friends, but then actually
Mm,
got black people, and now she's picking and choosing what type of character. She wants more black people like her to make her feel more black, but she got me,
I think she
which
has
is
that.
what she's not used to.
no, I do have black
I
friends,
think
and
she has that.
I only like my own. I only like being with black men, so I
Alpha
do
is your
like
black
Okay, there's
friend
my.
a bunch of white
the way
bitches
that
that
you
like
do?
just being with black men.
I did. I said I want to learn more stuff about history, and I want to learn things that I wasn't taught growing up about. Like you taught me about like white flight. I wasn't taught that stuff. I was very sheltered.
Hey, look, that's hey, Afro, not to cut you off, Afro, that's a good start. That's a very good start. It's what you just said,
Hold on that.
what you just said, you were sheltered. Now, the fact that you said you were being sheltered, now you have to open up more and allow yourself to absorb more information. You know what I'm saying? And we willing to give you certain things for you to take a look at and expand upon what it is that you're thinking, because right now you're 19, but you know you're not a finished product by any means. And some of the stances that you do have is of somebody who has a mindset and a worldly view, in a view that is of a 35 or 40-year-old person whose mind is already preset. Like you still have a lot of growing to do as a person. So what you're thinking that certain things are in life is not necessarily, that's not what it really is. And so you have to allow yourself to be open to the possibilities of learning these different things also. So I commend you with you saying you want to learn, but now's the time you have to show that you really want to learn, because we'll give you certain things for you to look at so you can expand upon what it is you thought. It's going to break a lot of different barriers that you have right now about certain things. I can tell you that much.
I can
You have
see
to
clearly now. The rain has
come on,
gone.
mister. Come on, mister.
Hey, Jade.
Come on.
Yeah, what did you want to what did you want to say? Um, I had something to say. I kind of forgot though.
Okay, let me just give mine. First time Mystic roast me, I was like, "What the hell is she?"
Yeah.
It's like, "What the hell?" Got a tough mouth. But then it reminds me how I grew up. Used to do a lot of that to one another. You know what I mean? So it didn't offend me. You know what I'm saying? It didn't offend me because I remember we used to crack a lot on each other. As little boys growing up. It didn't offend me, so I could relate to it. I think she's coming from a different background, so she wasn't, exposed to these type of things. To her, it's gonna be insulting. Go ahead, Jay.
Okay, can you tell me what views I have that are absurd?
And the thing about that is someone who has grown up outside of a predominantly black community would have precisely your mindset, because if you grew up next door to Mystic, right, you just said that you wouldn't be ghetto. You would speak proper, and you would speak in a nice soft tone and all this other stuff, right? But if you grew up next door to Mystic, you would not say the things that you said, that you have been saying, because you would understand, because you're in that environment, you're immersed in it. You see what I'm saying? So the other, who's that, Jay Brown? Oh, yeah, go ahead, Jay Brown.
What I'll say is, Afro, I can identify with your background. The only difference between me and you is that I was frequently going back to the urban neighborhoods while I was still going to school in, predominantly suburban areas. So I was getting a clash of the two.
Yeah.
So I was seeing both sides of the coin, which made me more of a balanced person where I can flow in and out of both areas. And I didn't really need that schooling because I was getting that experience from both ends. So I understood what it was on this side, and I knew they didn't really like me on this side, but I was there and they tolerated me to a degree. And so
Hey,
I
now
had
we.
that
Oh,
understanding.
sorry.
So I had that understanding, whereas you just been in that world, and it's no different from another black person just being in their world, which they're dealing with that situation. They don't really understand, you know, how you become and how you formed and articulate your views and how you've come to those views, because they're not in that situation that you're in. So you gotta have some open mindedness to a lot of things that you don't quite understand.
And before you come to any opinions and any conclusions, make sure you know fully what you are talking about. Make sure you know, before you say things like "she's ghetto" um, or comment on China or whatever. And things. I'll give you an example, and I'm gonna let Javon go. Right? You cannot. It's incompetent to say and go to Chinatown or see a Chinese person and download information from that Chinese person and then say, okay, cool, I know everything about China. it doesn't work like that. Like, if you really want to know about China, personally, I don't care about China. I'm not saying that you need to learn about China. I'm just using China as an example. It could be anywhere. It could be Nigeria. It could be flipping Texas or whatever, right? If you want to learn about, let's say, Nigeria, go to Nigeria. You can't just talk to a Nigerian person or go to Little Lagos and say, okay, I went to a restaurant at Little Lagos. This is how it is in Nigeria. No, immersion. You need to be immersed in whatever it is you're doing to truly appreciate and understand that subject matter. Just like I said before, you can't read a book and learn how to fly a plane and then jump into a cockpit and then say, okay, cool, I can drive a plane. You need to actually be in a cockpit and learn and go through the experience and training and everything else. So that's really important in terms of learning and growing up and stuff. That's what I'm going to say on that.
Jay, remember we talked about that a few months back to do with Caribbean parents who migrated to the U.S., England, and other places. Bring 4 children over there and never take them back to the Caribbean to have that Caribbean experience. So it is something like that she's going through. Something like that she's going through. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. She doesn't understand the energy and where she's come from. I mean, look, even from people that are from the so-called ghetto, the way Mystic will come at someone, it will still take us back the same way. When Mystic first came at Jade and I, we were like, hold on, what? Who is this? But our experience enabled us to say, hold on, take time. Let's see how she's gonna move. And we understood her immediately, if that makes sense. Because when Mystic came in, she came the same way she came at you, she came at us. She came at us. And we had the same. Her first words were straight shots, right? And we had the same reaction as you, the same knee jerk. Where, oh, okay, that's forward. That's aggressive. But hold on. But we were able to deal with that. I didn't kick Mystic out because she offended me, or she said something I didn't like. Just like I haven't kicked you out or anyone else. Actually, I have kicked some people out, but anyway, that's another story. But we were able to deal with that because of our experience of perhaps being in a similar situation before, or being around other people with that same type of energy and so forth. So, I would say that you just need to be more open-minded. Don't stand on things too quick and too early.
Down that wall, bro. Down that wall is preventing you from excelling and gaining a lot of knowledge of many different things. I have a wall up to break that wall down.
Yo, y'all talk about me like I'm a fucking endangered species. Niggas is like, you gotta poke her with a stick. You gotta poke her with a stick. Make sure if she growls, you gotta walk backwards. Look her in her eyes.
Need to be protected, endangered species.
Or you could do like me and just keep slapping her right back into her cage.
Right.
Yo, this nigga slaps me with his stomach.
Yo, Jay Brown made me laugh today. He said, "What was that thing someone posted?" He said,
"Oh yeah," he said, "It sounded like I was googling butter." Jay
Brown said it's elephant color as well.
He made that elephant color blue.
I was fucking dying. I swear that.
Tears, bro. Oh my god, I couldn't even get out of bed.
I was dying. Afro, you still there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the reset. It's up to you how you want to process it. You're gonna do what you're gonna do in the end. I'm not here. I've got no invested interest in, trying to make you a certain way. All I'm trying to do personally, I can only speak for myself, is give you perhaps a sense of balance and a counter to some of your preconceived views. That's all. So I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to lecture you or tell you off like I'm your daddy or anything like that. I'm trying to, as a black person, you come up into this black space. I'm just giving you some game.
Look at it this way, Afro. Your brothers and sisters are just looking out for you. Look at it this way. It may not come across where you may like it, but it's looking out for you. There's some of us who know more than you do, and you can learn a thing or two.
Hey, I learn all the time. I don't know everything. Shit.
Hell no, I learn a lot. I learn a lot just by keeping quiet.
Exactly.
And I feel like a lot of views that you have right now, once you actually go out and experience, because we could tell you anything, because all the things that we're expressing to you are our views and our experiences is coming through our lens. But until you actually go out and do it yourself, then it becomes your experience. It becomes your view. And you're not formulating your view based on you looking out and seeing things for yourself.
You good, Afro?
She's taking notes. Taking notes. She's writing down.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So I got one more question. Mm-hmm. Right. You realize there's money on the line. We got this roast battle coming up.
Yeah, that's just still happening, bro.
Mystic's ready. Okay, we got money on the line. This ain't no joking. We got over $200 on the line. All right, that could go into your bank account, into your PayPal, live and direct. We're not messing around. All right. If you win, you get the 200 plus.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean if she win? My client, my brother, she's got this. She got this. Mystic, don't just ignore that last statement. We have a lot of biased people on this call that's obviously rooting for the loser, which is Mystic. Rooting for the loser, which I can't understand. We know you're gonna win this. That's free money. That's free money for you, Afro. It's pretty much in the bank. All you got to do is just sign the dotted line.
Can't use the word ghetto.
All right, so we're good. We're not going to do it this Friday. I've got some prior engagements, so we're probably going to. I ain't saying nothing. I don't know. Hey, we're going to schedule for not this Friday, the Friday next. Are you going to be free on that Friday?
Wait, this Friday or the next?
Next Friday.
Yeah, I'm gonna be free.
Okay, so
you just tell me the time. I can be free.
Okay, no problem. Say no more. You're 100% down, yeah?
Yeah, if you tell me the time.
Okay, do your research. Come with the bars. You know, say what you're gonna say. You ain't gonna offend Mystic. Come with your shots. The money's on the line. It could be yours. And as a matter of fact, it's $5 entry fee, y'all. So go to the polls. Let's get this cash in. Let's make this Hey, we're gonna have this is gonna be a proper event. We're gonna have Michael. Michael's gonna be up there, the ad libs man, the sound man, you know. And if you want to add to the cash prize, hey, that's up to you. We've already got $200 on the line. If you want to come through on the VC, next Friday is $5. Roll up, sign up. Let's get this popping. We've already got 7 people attending.
I want to see if you want to spit a bar right now.
Who?
Afro?
Nah. We ain't wasting no lines right now.
Yeah, exactly.
You gonna come next Friday. Be ready. Don't try no foolishness right now.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, sticking in his Tim's.
Nah, because I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to study my. You're trying to read
I just
my
want to see if she even has
client
one.
here, and we just not. We look. This is a freestyle, so freestyle.
Yep. You see, hey, it's going to be intense. We might even do a pre roast battle press conference, so that both the opponents can tell us how confident they are about going into this roast battle. Okay, and we're gonna get it popping. We need to get those votes up, and this ain't gonna be the last event as well. Whoever wins, we're gonna whoever wants to take on, who is it? Was it Testo? Yeah, Testo. Yeah, he might be
Oh yeah, Testo.
Yeah, he might be a potential candidate, potential opponent. Some other people in the server as well.
Yeah, he said he a ghostwriter.
Yeah, he said he's a roast battle ghost
Minus the writer. I've never heard this nigga roast.
He's a roast battle ghostwriter. It's better Testo, So
he wrote back by Dre. I saw him do it.
He wrote Nas's bars in Ether. Yeah, that was me, bro. Yeah, I did that shit.
He wrote No Vaseline for 50 Cent.
So yeah, Testo, Torrent Blaze, who else? Steamboat. Make sure you come through, man. I'm looking forward to this battle.
Who's Steamboat version?
Steamboat?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Didn't he say he was up for roasting as well? Okay, that's another potential opponent in the future.
I already know he got
the top model.
Oh no, that's not him. The model guy, that's Testo's friend.
Oh, okay.
Testo said he had beef with me.
Oh, okay. America's Top Model. Yeah, that's Testo's friend.
Tyra Banks. Let me see this.
Well, let me see. Okay.
What kind of Fisher Price bullshit is this?
You thought
Why would you show us
you
that?
thought Spike Lee was half Asian. I don't know. I don't get that, but
I don't get none of it.
you went into a Jersey Mike's and showed them your home address, asking for a discount. All right. Well, look. All I care about is opponents, man. If you're ready, bring the heat. Mystic can be next. Okay, Afro cut out.
Womp womp womp.
Hey, how did the debate go?
Oh no, it wasn't the roast today. It's taking place next Friday.
I mean, you see how she left and we still here? It'd be something a little bit like that, so don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay, I'll take it.
She didn't
really say that, did she?
I mean,
Jay Brown's like almost.
Well,
almost.
But do you guys realize that she's willing to?
Well, what I wanted to do, Javon, is I wanted to confirm whether she accepts what's been said to her, whether she's going to take it on board and process it, but she cut out.
Time will tell, bro. Time will tell. But what I realize is that she want to accept and take it. But I think the thought is playing in her head. Be disappointing my mother. No, because they didn't raise me
You
that
know when you
way.
yell in the bathroom and it got good acoustics? That's her head.
I mean, at least she had enough. At least she had enough presence to understand she was sheltered. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yo.
that was a major
Yo, in this
turning
roast
point
battle.
there.
In this roast battle, can we use okay, how we doing this? Because
Boy.
Hype hit me with a good
yeah. So the first high. So okay. I mean, it's all we can decide. It's not, what I say is the law. So the proposal is the first round will be like a roast, just normal roast. Then the second round, you can use screen share if you feel the need to. You can use that to present your points or arguments or whatever. And then the third round, it can just be the roast again, or I don't know, maybe there could be some other implementation.
In the third round, you have to show your creativity. You can't come up back with the same thing that you used the second and the first round.
That's
the third have to be totally different.
That's a given.
Totally different. You got to bring a new game when you going into the third round. That's the knockout round.
Yeah. So, what was I going to say? Yeah, we might even have the soundboard in there as well.
Please put Ether in there, please. Can we put Ether in there? Can we put Wu-Tang? Can we put Wu-Tang Protect Your Neck, please? Damn.
Oh, wait, hold on. This is a pay-per-view event. We can't stream it on YouTube. Yeah, you can record it, but we can't be broadcasting it live. I mean, defeats the purpose.
Can you get a challenge trophy or a belt or something with that money? Or just one? Okay.
What is that?
Did niggas have the Pokemon battle theme song? Oh, y'all niggas are stupid.
That's quick. That's quick.
Yeah, Testo. No, yeah, Testo.
What's up? Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll definitely hop on.
After seeing them roast,
Yeah, you need a PayPal though. Everyone's got to have a PayPal.
Oh, you know I got a PayPal. Tell them about it.
Mystic has Pigeon. That's the other form of money transfer.
Oh, does she not have direct deposit? Does she not have a regular bank?
Yeah, for real. No,
yeah, I know that.
Yo, what was
that? That was the point.
Mystic has Pigeon transfer. Put the money on the pigeon and it'll fly back to her.
Nigga, you got pigeon brain, all right? Fly that joke back to your back pocket. That shit was whack.
No. This is content. You guys got to pay for that shit. We don't know what Testo is made of, and that's just gonna have to wait until the second roast battle.
Hype said tag team championship. Yo, that would me and Jay though on some serious shit. If it was a tag team, we'd fucking murder. Like it wouldn't even be a competition. Oh my god, that'd be abuse.
Well, are we still on 7th? Hey, we need to get these votes up, man. Who's coming to this event? Who's in here? Torrent Blaze. You understand what's going on, man? Are you coming through? It's only $5. We've got a roast battle taking place next weekend.
Yeah, I'm a coach you.
Sorry, not next weekend. Next Friday. Next Friday.
Friday?
Yeah, next Friday. Yeah,
not this upcoming Friday.
Yeah, so what you do?
He put on that smooth, I speak to the young kids' voice at the school.
After school.
So go to the People's Vote channel, and then just click the, what does it say? Click the one. Yeah,
my brother. My name is Jay Brown. How are you? If you invest in Forex, you could be making money, my brother.
Hey, that's my cousin. No lie, Mystic. My cousin doing that shit. 24/7.
Yo, you know how many Forex scams I've been getting? I swear to God.
Believe in me, I'm not one of them.
Listen, you probably are.
No, I'm not.
Nah, I ain't doing that shit.
I don't feel like if it's stocks, I don't fuck with the stocks. That's too risky for me.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for having me. It's been I really enjoyed it. I have some shit to take care of, so.
All right, peace out, brother.
Well, thanks you all, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of the night. Blessings to everyone. I'll be back tomorrow. The most I will. Ciao.
Peace. Is Michael in here? Yeah. See, I want to try and break out the soundboard as well. You know, we're gonna get it popping. Let me put another notice out so people know. Because I'm telling you, if we don't get at least 10 people come through, it's pointless. Call the whole thing off.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
We need some flyers. We need some flyers out there.
Yeah, we do. I think Jade is working on it. What was it? Hotep Production? What was it? Umar. I don't know. What was that other fly that you did? You posted it earlier. Let me find it. Yeah, actually. Oh, yeah. This is it. Live on Discord, moderated by Kane, policed by the officer of the damn law.
Photoshops, you gotta like search sometimes too. But like, Omar be in there somewhere.
We take all currencies minus PLN, Polish.
Yeah.
Do we take carrot bars?
House of Kane Consciousness. MC Umar Johnson.
Donations.
Gifts. Donations.
More gifts.
Donations.
Oh, I hate that baby.
Gifts.
No joke.
Listen, I remember I was going at Malik. I was like, hey, Malik, better bring your ass to the competition. He's like, I need to get some money. I'm like, get some money, nigga. It's only $5. What's wrong with you? He's like, yeah, I forgot he's like 16.
Yo, poor Malik, man.
I'm like, oh shit, he's got to ask his mum for like $5 or some shit. I'm there hotting him up, like, yo, you best come through, you know, you've been in this voice chat. I want to see you on the door on the night. He's like, I'm broke. Like, come on.
His mom's gonna be like, who is hot 96 big titties? You're grounded.
Yeah, I'm not.
Afro's gonna be there.
I'm not counting on it, honestly.
All you guys are gonna drop your endorsements from Mystic once she whooped that ass.
All right. Yep. Yeah, I'll just, you know what? I'm glad. I like your confidence.
Now I'm saying she ain't gonna holler. She ain't gonna get ghetto. She just gonna lay it down flat.
Yeah, flat.
I'm gonna get the most sternest talking to from Michael Jackson. You know, you're right. You know, it was poor taste. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, wait. What is it? What is it? I don't get it. Oh, right.
No, I was saying that soft spoken shit, but all right, I'll take that too. Yeah, I can tell by the silence.
Nah, it's not a slow moment, Jay. That was a ridiculous ass statement.
Hi there, and welcome back to my channel.
You just don't want to call her on it.
It's a very exciting day for me anyway. I'm going to the
you
town
just don't want to acknowledge that made absolutely no sense. It wasn't relevant in any way. But you're just gonna let it fly because you have a paid interest. You have a paid interest, so that's why you're just gonna let her shenanigans fly.
She's on the island at the moment. She'll be driving, which is also really nice. Usually I have to go on the bus, so that's going to be nice, driving up there, taking in the views, and then enjoying.
This is all an investment.
So yeah,
you know,
as soon as she's ready, we're going to get going, and it should be a lovely afternoon and evening.
Unlike you know the urban hood. The urban hood, your client in which you're promoting, you know.
Taking a job at straight up 4 o'clock at night.
It's okay, I got that nice summer blunt.
Hey, Mr. J. Brown, do you believe in God?
Hey, they don't even have butter biscuits over there. That was straight pineapple juice.
Do you believe in God?
The ultimate big bingo.
That's how Jesse Peterson said.
Come get a chance to win a lecture. Come get a chance to win a raffle. Also $75,000 in cash and prizes. We're inside Tantin. Pick up every man we get horny in their life before. If we never get horny, you know, come on. He's like super docile. He's super quiet. Let me go. Let me go.
So
He sounds like he tries to come off as being intimate, like he's trying to relay something that's so personal to everybody he's speaking to.
Thank you for coming through. Do you have a good time? You have a good time? Okay. He's got a speech impediment.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you just reminded me. I Daddy was supposed to show Testo a video because him and Ashmo sound like this white dude. They got this speech impediment. That dude is hilarious to me. I gotta hold on. Free genies.
He's still sitting in the joint. I forgot about it.
Yo, that was why was he so big? He was like, yo, you're an asshole, bro. You're an asshole. You fucking suck, bro.
You're on the ball. You're on the ball. Apaches that to hunt you. Apaches that to hunt you.
He might not even come back at all.
We fighting, go on.
This depends if I feel like actually having a conversation with him and seeing where his mind is at. Bearing in mind, I ain't really got the time and patience to be babysitting someone and.
What was it about?
You not ask me the question.
We are the warriors. We are brave and ambitious to serve and to protect. These are the same.
I've never seen King Man.
What was that? No, I was just what was it? Oh yeah. I mean, he is what it is. Because he.
The way he said it, he was like, "No, will you stop acting like a little kid?"
I was just playing the game. He wound me up because it's a thing of he was acting like fuck off. He was acting like a little bitch because first of all he was winding me up that he was caping so hard for the whole LGBTQ thing, right? I was thinking, why is he caping so hard? He's getting emotional, and then he's saying things like, I've been dealing with this all my life, bro. I've been dealing with this all my life. And that's what I said to him, okay, are you a homosexual? And he was like, no, I'm not. And I'm like, so you're telling me you've been dealing with this all your life? Like you get into these types of debates or whatever. And then when I'm talking, I gave him space to talk. And then when I'm talking, he's trying to talk over me. And what he needs to understand is that I'm the one who's running this goddamn shit. Yeah? I'm mediating, I'm trying to bring some order to this. And you ain't gonna talk over me like I'm some kind of pussy. Yeah, you're not gonna talk over me. And if I tell you to shut up or listen, then that's what the fuck you're gonna do.
God damn, son, you just got me out right there. You sound like what's the name from Shoppers just now.
Hey man, it just
sound like Biggs. He sound like Biggs just now.
Hey, I'll just say. Hey, I'm just. I'm just saying. At the end of the day, there comes a time where you've got because he had such an ego, right? And he thought he was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna challenge the alpha. I'm gonna challenge the alpha male. Yeah, I'm gonna challenge the alpha. Fuck out of here with all that shit. But I'm trying to hear all that. And I mean, all I'm interested. And then he was giving these long-winded ass answers. And I was like, Ashley, look, listen. Ashley, please listen. All right, I'm gonna summarize everything he said in 3 words. Right, I summarized whatever it is he was saying in 3 words, and I said, is that what you're saying? And he said, yes. I was like, okay, I don't need the novel. We don't need to sit here for 15 minutes whilst you go around in circles trying to explain your point. I've just summarized what you said in 3 words. Let's move on. Like, there's a lot of people in this VC that want to get their voices heard. We ain't got time to be, sitting around and pondering on what you're saying. And then because of that, I've checked him on that, so he got in his feelings about that. At the end of the day, as I said, I'm running this shit. Listen to me. That's how it goes. If I'm in someone else's server or in someone's house and they say, hey, when you come into my house, you got to take your shoes off. That's what the fuck I'm going to do. It's called respect. Sometimes you got to yield because that's what it is. My man, I don't know, like, he thinks he can just do what he wants. Nah, he's got to listen to me when I'm talking. I'm not trying to tell him to shut up for no reason. I'm trying to bring order to this because everyone's talking all over each other. Everyone's got something to say. So let's let everyone say what they need to say. And we're going to do this in a reasonable fashion because all this is long. This one's shouting over this one and that one's shouting over that one, and what's going to happen? You're going to do that for half an hour until you all get bored and fall out the VC or something. So that's what it is. Right now he's sitting in quarantine. I thought he was going to leave by now, to be honest, but he's still there. And the thing is, I had a conversation with him before this. Probably about a half an hour conversation. To be fair, I was roasting him a little bit, but he took it like a champ. He didn't fall out and start crying. He took it like a champ. I was roasting him about, he said he's from Nevada. I was like, Nevada? He's living in a bomb crater or something, like, shit.